defense going forward.
Third play in this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. It's caught by Treadwell. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check. Fresno. Hey, alert 3.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing. Prescott. It's caught by Treadwell. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Caught on the left side by Benjamin. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Back to the ground, Cook. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And some room to work. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, touchdown number 18 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check nickel.
Now Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's James. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Set! Blue 60! White!
From the gun on third down, Stafford. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Target. Joker. 50. Hey, check Mike 21, check Mike 21. Bring it.
On first and 10, Stafford. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Omaha, ready to move. Rush in.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On second down, Johnson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. They've got a third down and 5 to start things out.
Stay 50. Hey, check Mike 21. Hey, Alpha. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Hey, check Mike 21, check it on.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. There he goes, left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On second down, it's Johnson. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Just beating the play clock. Stafford. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple of yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
They run. Cook. And he's got this down to the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, I'm coming after you, I'm coming after you.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's James. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches.
I got him, Bravo. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Set the tone, defense. defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Back to throw. Stafford. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first. Meanwhile, over in Lambeau, an update. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On first down, Stafford here. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Let's go, D. Let's go.
First down, here's the run with Cook.
Go. Let's run.
And some space here. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the route is on here in this first half. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where... And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Middle. Shift. Check 43.
Now it's Stafford. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Bailey now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Makes the score Vikings 35, Lions nothing. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
The left side completion to Jones. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brings up second and 1.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. 2nd and 10, Stafford again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held him in check on the scoreboard. It's complete to Grant. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Shit. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Switch.
Again, it's Stafford. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Hey, check.
Here's Stafford. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, check. Mike 21.
Throwing is Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Linval Joseph able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Sam Martin now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
Deuce. It was 1-54. Why? 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
Come on, now. Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And the Lions 1st down.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, 54. Hey, wahoo. Check my 21. Here we go.
Stafford. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. and it's third down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, check, Mike 21. Hey, zoom. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys continue to pour it on. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Hey, 22. Check your hot read. Hey, check. Mike 21. Mike 21.
Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Fielded at the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Cook able to escape. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll run with Cook. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook. Touchdown number 22 on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Bailey got the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Let's go. Show it up. Shoot.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford airing it out deep for Woods. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defense. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice. And they got him behind the goal line. Cook goes down for a safety. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, get the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. And this will be taken at the 13.
We play to win. Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Slam, slam. Tighten up, tighten up.
Stay 50, stay 50.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Johnson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. A big run there by Johnson. 46 yards on the ground. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a first and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. So they'll try again with Anderson. And he is going to lose yardage here. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. I'm coming for you. You got it.
To throw is Stafford. Dancing. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on fourth and goal.
Check the backer, check the backer. Hey, 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 hey. 21. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Hey, orbit.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. I got it.
One last throw here for Stafford. And it'll be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Vikings, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, you start to wonder if it's going to happen this year. The skid has hit 13 in a row on the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer.